is my favorite little Vicar project to make because not only is it easy, but you can make it out of any material. The classic tote. The tote can carry anything. The tote can be used to carry books, devices, can be used as a purse if you're not a big purse person like myself. I got off track. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the tote. I love the tote. The tote is universal. So that's why I'm going to show you how to make a tote out of repurposed materials. Today we're using a curtain because it has a nice sturdiness to it. We need pins, fabric scissors, thread, a sewing machine. Now before I started, I decided to do a painting on the tote. I coated the square with gesso and I used acrylic paint. This is a bit more groovy, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Now the curtain already had a hem at the top, so I'm using that as the top part of my tote. I've cut my tote to be about 40 centimeters wide and about 45 centimeters tall. First, I'm going to pin the edges. I've pinned the fabric along the sides so that when I sew there won't be any friction and it won't move around a lot. So now that we have the base, we need a strap. Now the cool thing about this project is that I've decided to use the top part of the old curtain as my strap. First off, we'll need to get the fabric away from the backing of the curtain. So I do this by figuring out sort of how much I'm going to want. The strap in total is about 100 centimeters long. I start ripping the back off. It's quite satisfying. Now that we've taken off the backing of the top of the curtain, I'm going to fold it inside out and pin it along the sides. Let's get to sewing. I start from the top of the hem. As you can see, this is a good point. We've had a bit of friction, so I've had to retry. A good point to be aware of is that sometimes when we sew, the thread can get stuck in the bobbin area and we have to start again, which is a bit annoying, but at least it happened on camera. So now we're going to start from the bottom so that I can deal with that bit later. So we're sewing the bottom at the moment. Slow and steady, no need to go fast. Going along the side, always being aware of the side and that you have enough room on that side. I've taken my pins out because I feel confident enough to sew without my pins, but you can definitely keep them in and take them out as you go along. Okay, now we're at the edge and I can see that I've got to this part where I stuffed it up just a little bit before. At this point we're going to use our seam picker. Get in there, rip out the annoying seams that you stuffed up before, and now finish it and sew off. Cut the thread. I like to cut off any excess part of the seam just so that it's not that bulky on the inside of the bag. At this point we're sewing our strap. Now I'm going to sew the top of the strap, and then slowly but surely we go along the sides. When you reach a pin, remove it, because that would be disastrous for your needle if it interacted with a pin. Slow and steady, weave it through. Now that we've sewed our strap, arguably the most annoying part of this process is we need to now turn the strap inside out. This can take a while and it's a matter of practicing. Now that we have our strap all sussed, I'm going to pin the strap to the bag to get an idea of what size length I want. Now that I'm happy with the length, we're going to start sewing the strap onto the side of the bag. I like to sew a square with a cross in the middle because I feel that this gives extra strength to the bag. I like to leave my needle down and pull up my foot, that way I can easily turn around and pivot. As you can see, we've got this inside extra bit of fabric, and I'm just going to cut that off. Same with the other side. And there you have it. We have a cool retro groovy tote, and I highly encourage you to paint the side of it if you feel that way inclined. The great thing about the tote is that because it's a big enough piece of fabric, you can repurpose it after you've finished using it as a tote. If you would like to do that, go to our repurpose it section. You'll find the video that shows you how to repurpose your tote into something new.